We are live.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're locked into the TCN Podcast. We are live. Guys, what's good, what's happening? It's the TCN Podcast, episode 6.
Is it episode 6 already? Martin.
They're already.
I'm Raven the GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech.
And I'm Joe, one further the Cyber Nerds. What you man saying? Wagwan.
What's good?
I'm cold.
You're cold?
Like, generally, I'll just go outside and just be cold.
Oh yeah, man. The weather's been mad this week, innit? Like, it's -1, -2. Like, I just don't understand this weather, man. Like, I feel like I need to get like a chinchilla or something, bro. Like, it's mad.
Man definitely does not need a chinchilla still.
P. Diddy and that, yeah.
Bruv. Out there, bruv.
Fam, what's been going on, man? Like,
What are you saying?
like I don't know. Like, I'm just asking what's been like. It's been the same amount of time, but why does it feel like it's been a long time since we've done a podcast?
Yeah, it does.
It feels like it, yeah.
It does.
I don't know
Even
what's
though
happening.
I'm pretty sure we see each other almost every day now.
Bro, it's too much, bro.
Like, I really think we're getting close to that, like, where we're just doing this 24/7. Like, it's almost there, bro. Think about it. Like, we see each other almost every day now. On the regs.
Do you know, look, a way we can get there faster is if everyone listening just shares, like, signs up on Patreon. Listen, firstly, like, I don't know, do we usually do this? Let me just give a shout out to the Patreons straight away, because, like, if you guys are listening to this, obviously you guys get it a week earlier than everyone on YouTube and that. Like, we appreciate you guys. You guys really make this happen for us. Like, all the exclusive content and all the stuff, all the goodies and stuff you get, it's well deserved. We want to bring you more stuff, and we're going to be bringing you more stuff as we go anyway. But we love everyone as well. If you're listening on YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever you're listening to, we got love for you too.
Absolutely. And I'm just trying to think, like, our podcast been moving mad.
Bruv.
Like, it's actually one of the things I'm really happy about. Like, our podcast, the numbers, people are taking it really well. You know, the response to it is really good. Even though some people are getting it a week later, the response is still good. So I'm really pleased about that. So thank you guys for that, man. Mr. Blitztech, it's your show this week. I feels like Mr. Blitztech, this is his week. He's doing everything, like Nerd Banter, podcast. Like, man, just taking over everything.
You couldn't see the hand movements, isn't it? Like,
Oh, you can't now.
Nah,
We don't need the hand movement, bro. We don't need the hand movement. Get me? It's
all
alright.
day, every day, man. Levels.
For sure.
So topics today. We've got Time Warner may sell off Warner Brothers and DC Comics. Oh my god. DC, look what you got these guys doing.
Harmony, fam. Harmony in that.
Rotted. Mad.
That's where we are.
More DC business. We've got a photo. First look at Shazam. From, is it Zachary Levi or Levi?
Lord of mercy.
I think it's Levy, you know.
Levy.
It's Levy,
Yeah,
it's
it's
Levy.
Levy still.
Levy. Alright, cool. And then we got Kristen Wigg in talks of playing Cheetah in the Wonder Woman sequel.
Brother, is this going to be an all DC episode, fam?
You know what?
It's
been
all
all
week,
DC.
you know.
Like, this week's been all DC, you know. So
true.
for anyone that's been calling us Marvel fans and all them things there, shut your mouth. Alright, this week pure DC.
Okay, because I had 2 more topics, but
No, bring them in as well. I'm
Yeah,
just
man.
saying, like,
Pepper the whole thing in.
I just like that how, like, with, like, now that we're in a post Black Panther world, that now it's like DC are trying to come back. You know what I'm saying? They're putting all their news out there and stuff like that. But nah, man, sprinkle that Marvel news in there, fam. We don't discriminate, fam.
Of course.
We love everybody.
So,
Everybody.
bit of Marvel's peppiness. We got The Silver Surfer has been written by Fox, done by Brian K. Vaughan. Reportedly, Fox will continue to develop Marvel movies until the Disney deal
Finalizes.
Thank you, guys. More harmonizing there. And then we got the X-Force to be recording in October.
Sheesh.
Man, oh man. Fox is trying to make sure they like, yeah, Disney, you're trying to come in their house, but
They're trying
we're
to
still
do-
running things.
So what are we talking about first?
I say DC being sold off by Time Warner.
Okay. Alright. And what are the details about that?
So, the details are... yesterday, The Wrap reported that the current state of DC films at Warner Brothers are said to be focusing on making movies like Batgirl, Nightwing, all of a sudden are less priority. And the main focus now will be obviously mainly Justice League members. However, with the ATA and Time Warner merger, that doesn't happen, then it would most likely to be that Time Warner will sell off or may sell off Warner Brothers and DC Comics. What do you guys think?
Like, first thing I want to understand, why would they want to sell off? Like, is there some sort of financial issues? Like, I understand that if it doesn't get merged, they're selling it. Why is that? Like, do we know why they're selling it?
I've got a figure here.
It's just business, innit? Like, fam, like, you know, it's business. Like, people buy companies and sell companies all the time. I think it's something like $85 billion.
Right.
$85 billion, fam.
That's a lot of money.
Bro, if man's coming to you with $85 billion, fam, no matter what you've got, you're gonna...
selling the Cybernerds real quick.
Exactly.
Man. I'm selling it. Yo.
Exactly, so...
Yo, shout you, man. I'm buying my own island. I'm out.
Yeah, so I don't really think it's a question of why. I just think of how it's gonna go down. You get
No,
me?
the reason why I ask why is because all this money, as you guys can see, all this money's been spent on movies such as Justice League. They spent over $700 million and they only made back 400. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if they made, just over half of that. So they've been spending a lot of money on movies, but they haven't really been doing great. So that's why I'm asking these questions.
Yeah, it says here, Time Warner, the parent company of Warner Brothers and DC Comics, agreed to purchase AT&T for $85.4 million back in 2016. So, boy, I'm guessing that isn't going too well when, like you say, movies are flopping.
And that was back in 2016.
Exactly, so they're not making their money back as quickly as they thought they would be, basically.
Man.
Because... like, Justice League was meant to be, like, their big...
It was supposed to be the biggest
maker.
thing on Earth at that time.
It's meant to, like, compare to the Avengers, basically.
Pretty much. That's exactly... It's supposed to be the opposite side of it,
there
to be honest.
And they're not making the amount of movies that Marvel are doing. Like, Marvel doing, what, at least 3 movies a year?
3 movies a year.
And they make 500 million plus.
No.
And that's just Marvel Studios.
Exactly.
Right.
So
DC
are doing 1 to 2 movies a year and not making that.
Okay. I don't know. My other question related to that is, does that explain the chaos in the DC house?
No, it don't. It doesn't. No. Because if you look back, the chaos in the DC house has been there from birth since before 2016.
Since Green Lantern.
Do you know what, yeah?
Would you say since Green Lantern days?
Yes. Even before then. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take this all the way back to even like Batman and Robin and Batman Forever, yeah? Because Batman and Forever comes out, Batman and Robin comes out, like Green Lantern comes out, all of these movies come out. The only period of grace is when Christopher Nolan was like, I'm going to handle these movies on my own. He does those 3 movies and does Man of Steel, like, for a bit. They're the 4 best DC comic movies of all time ever made. And it just carries on. As soon as Christopher Nolan leaves, all this nonsense carries on. So I feel like they just don't have a clue. And I think I can't remember who it was, but credit to whoever wrote in our comment section that I think DC are more focused on... I can't remember what the quote was exactly, but it was like, DC's more focused on making money than producing like good content. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's their issue. You've got to get directors who want to make stuff and make it good and let them do it.
That's it, man. You got to trust the artist to deliver the art.
So do you know what? Yeah. So let's say DC gets sold. Okay, let's say the deal doesn't go through. So my understanding is AT&T are trying to buy Time Warner, but the government are trying to veto that because there's monopolies and counter whatever blah 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 stuff going on. So what they said is, if they don't sell to A&T, they're gonna sell individually. So they'll individually sell. HBO, Warner Brothers, and time individually. So let's say Warner Brothers gets sold. So the DC universe goes wherever Warner Brothers goes. Yeah, that's how that works. So who would you want to buy Warner Brothers?
Apple.
Apple. Why Apple? Like that. Like why Apple?
Well, to starters, like they're one of the biggest companies in America.
Apple, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
They've got like a mindset of obviously doing business. So I can understand. Don't they partially own Pixar as well?
No.
Not anymore. They sold it back to
They
Disney.
They sold it.
Okay, it's
Steve Jobs. Yeah, and that's exactly. I was about to jump on that because I would agree with you if Steve Jobs was still around. See, Steve Jobs at the time they had Pixar.
That's it, Pixar, exactly.
Then they sold it to Disney. Now, yeah, like that's the only way I would agree with you if Steve Jobs was around. But Apple, no.
See, the reason I'd be against Apple is because I see Apple as one of those companies that would buy it and they just leave the company as it is, and they're just like, all right, you guys keep working, but we own you now.
Right.
Now, whoever takes over Warner Brothers, please clean house.
Oh,
all executives gone.
Yep.
All high-ranking officers who are involved with anything to do with Batman vs Superman, the DCEU.
It's gotta be a clean slate,
all of these men need to go. The people you need to keep are the people who made Harry Potter and who makes Godzilla. Those kind of things. They're the people you need to keep on. And you need to just bring in a whole new house. So that's why I wouldn't want Apple to get it.
So who else would be next in line for Warner Brothers?
See,
there's this elephant in the room. You might as well just put it out there, kill the suspense. Okay, unless you got something else you want to throw in before that.
Disney.
But let's call in. I said the elephant in the room, but what I really meant the mouse. The mouse. All right, Sir Mickey Mouse.
All right. So basically, let me just run guys. This would be mad. But firstly, this will most likely not happen. Just due to the legal ramifications of it. Because Disney have just bought Fox.
Right.
Or in fact, that deal's still a year away from happening.
Yeah, it's still not finalized.
They're going through all litigations of that. If that does happen, it will be very unlikely that Disney would be able to buy Warner Brothers because then it actually would be a monopoly, blah, blah, blah. But we are the cyber nerds. So we're going to speculate.
Absolutely.
Would it be good if Disney bought Warner Brothers?
Who wants to take this?
Who wants to take this? Can I? I feel like I'll ask the question, so I'm not going to take it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll take it since Sam's shying away from it.
Go ahead.
I don't see why not. Right now. First things first. Disney is the how would I put this? Is the mastermind of film and animation. Like no one comes close to Disney. Period. All right. So they understand of the business. It's no one comes close to it. Period. That's it. All right. So they know this is their business. They're the one who started this business in the first place. All right. So they know exactly what to do with DC. So I would be 100% up for it. Like I would have no problems whatsoever. Like I'm not really a DC fan, Marvel fan. I'm in for both. I read both comics. I have favorite heroes and villains from both sides. I own books from both sides, toys from both sides. So I would be up for it.
So I'll jump in now. Like I'm totally with you. You know what? Because I would see let's say if Disney picked up Warner Brothers, all they're gonna do is take the DC superhero franchises, give it its own studio, and make it run like a Marvel. Now imagine this year we're entering phase. Let's say if this was all to happen, we'd be entering phase 5 in the MCU, and that's when DC starting their phase 1, also owned by Disney. That would be mad, bro.
You know what?
Because they'd have one universe that is so far in, you know what I'm saying, so far along, and then you'd have a brand new baby. A lot like the things I'm saying I want them to do with the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. I'd love them to do that with DC. And I think that if they was to do it, they wouldn't do it how they've done the MCU they could do it darker and do it correctly because it's Disney and they do everything correctly.
That's what I was about to say, because this is why I didn't want it to happen, because like we had kind of discussion before. Obviously, if Disney wants to buy Fox, would Fox still have that kind of look and feel on the like those mutant movies if it's still underneath Disney? And obviously with DC like films, they're the complete almost opposite, or people want them to complete opposite of Marvel movies. Obviously Marvel movies, they're a bit colourful, happy-go-lucky. We've got the serious ones, like we've got Captain America. Like, those are kind of serious movies, but on a whole, their movies are not as dark. So if Disney was to acquire DC or Warner Brothers, would it still have that same kind of feel, or would it have the overall same kind of comic book movie?
Right. Well, blah, 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 blah. The way I see it, and I think a lot of people get caught up with this, and I also got caught up with it. Like, and I've apologized to Disney before. You know, when they obtained Star Wars, I thought it'd be like, you know, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and I think this is where everybody gets caught up. Yeah, bruv. You know, everybody thinks this is going to be a Disney Channel. It is not. Okay, Marvel Studios. You don't see Disney branded on it. All right, and they just keep it like that. You know, it's like, you know, you have Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, and Coca, all owned by the same business. You know, and they all have their different flavors and different colors. So I don't think, why would they mess up with that?
Yeah, fam. I want to jump on that as well, because I definitely know that Marvel or Disney wouldn't do that, because like, even look at the individual Marvel movies, they have different tones. Like, we watched Winter Soldier the other day.
All different.
That movie is savage, bruv.
Absolutely.
Man, I get an X left and right. The one thing that Disney do or Marvel do is get the essence of characters correct.
That's it.
Now, the thing that DC does wrong is get the essence of the character incorrect. And I think if you put that stuff in Marvel or Disney's hands, they could find the people who can work on these things correctly and get that stuff done. So I definitely think that would be super legit, like, even though it will probably never happen. Now,
another thing I would kind of be good for Marvel is that if they were to abstain DC, right? Now think about it. We've had Marvel for how many years now? 10 years, right? Building up.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Marvel slightly comes to an end. You get that little gap now, so we don't get saturated. We don't get, you know, lost in the world where you just have to put up movies now, and it doesn't, you know, back up what we've been having. And now you've got something brand new to take on forward. Don't get me wrong. Every now and again, yeah, bring a, you know, Spider-Man or whatever movie you want. But it doesn't have to be now in the MCU.
Yeah.
You see, you kind of let that die, and now you can start the DCU. You know, and then maybe 10, 15 years from now, you kind of, and then you can go back and forth. You know what I mean? So, and it stays consistent. You know, we don't get oversaturated with superhero movies, and it's a win-win. So that could work, man.
Yeah, man, it's cool. Like, oh, do you know what? I just hope that we get some decent DC movies. And
I don't want decent. I want great movies, because there is so much stuff we should be getting from DC.
They're so far below decent right now. That's why I'll be good with a decent one first, and then moving on upwards.
I will not be humble when it comes to what I want from DC.
Yo, wow. And next thing, I even forgot. So Sam, you know in that report you said where they said they're gonna move away from movies like Batgirl and Nightwing. What did I say on Nerd Banter? I said this Batgirl thing was never gonna happen. I feel like my Josh Whedon conspiracy theory is real, and even I feel like this
kind of backs up.
Yeah, that article kind of backhandedly is leaning towards my way that movie was never gonna get made. They brought him in as propaganda just to make the Zack Snyder firing look better. So DC, shame on you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
shame on you.
They got. I know I said I didn't want to say it before, and I said I didn't think they needed, but I think I'm gonna have to push that reset button on DC. Restart the whole thing.
Really?
We ain't even seen Aquaman yet, though.
Saying that, I think there was another article saying that it's a bit shaky that they might actually reboot though.
Mate,
Let me try and find it. I'm pretty sure they're looking to reboot.
And there's another
anyway.
topic that we're gonna talk about today.
Oh, there we go.
And I'll explain why maybe that's kind of like push that red button. So, but yeah, that's pretty much.
So yeah, it's a rumor from John Campier, a movie pundit. He's saying that since the movies aren't looking so great, there's a rumor spinning around that they are looking to shake up the DCEU.
Well,
the DCU's been shaken up.
Yeah, man. First things
Did
first.
you
Shout out
watch
to
Justice
John Campion, man. Shout out to John Campion, man. Man's gotta give a shout out to the man them. But
So you think, guys, after what Aquaman,
Shazam should be the last one. Flashpoint. Is Flashpoint? Have they started recording Flashpoint?
They cut off the director from Flash, so there isn't a director on that project anyway.
But have they started shooting?
No. They've cut off 4 directors from Flash already. Listen, Aquaman's coming out, Shazam's coming out, Flashpoint is the reboot. Trust me. If we get Flash,
that would be the smart way.
Flash,
that would be the smart way to go about
Aquaman will be the reboot, and Wonder Woman 2 will be the first movie in the new DCEU, and it's all gonna be Wonder Woman centric.
You know what? I would back that. I would back that. Right, because the reason for this, obviously, Flash messes around with timeline, so only makes sense if you're gonna reboot. That's the way you could, smartly go on about it. And then Wonder Woman. Here's the thing: our first movie is quite further back in time.
That's the whole thing.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
So picking up from there would be good, because if you're going to put her in the timeline with the other superheroes, the DC superheroes, she's probably one of the oldest.
Exactly.
So bang.
You ain't even clocked, fam. So look, Flash reboots it. Yeah. Wonder Woman's from 100 years ago. Shazam, Ancient God, magic, 100 years ago. They can survive that reboot.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? The only one you really got to worry about is Aquaman. But what they can do in Flashpoint is go to Wonder Woman, the original Wonder Woman movie, and save Steve Trevor, because I don't know why you killed him in the first movie anyway. The best thing about it, you save him, so now you got Chris Pine in the second one. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you do that, and then you just fix the rest. You give Henry Cavill a Man of Steel 2, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone's been crying and screaming about that. I don't know why that's been on the backlog for how many years now? Like,
these lot are drunk, fam. Yo, free Zack Snyder as well, man. That's gonna be a hashtag. Watch hashtag free Zack Snyder, fam. DC done man dirty, fam.
It's
a bit too much, but I'm agreeing with Raven, because I'm tired of the Batman saturation. So I'd rather like another hero.
But you ain't getting a Green Lantern movie.
I don't care. Like, if there's a review, I'm going to get one.
But you know what? Like Batman's like the center of DCU, bro.
What? There's the center, and then there's like the whole world, and you're an island.
Mate, I don't know. You know what? Like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, not everything has to be around a certain character, but for some reason, like, I just like Batman is tied in with everything. Like, maybe it's because the way he is. Maybe because the way he is and the way he oversees everything. It's almost like Batman is the Watchtower fan. That's who he is. You know what I mean? So it'll be very, very hard to not to have him placed in some place around DCU. Very hard, bro. I don't see that happening.
I don't see the issue with the whole Batman thing. Listen.
Of course you wouldn't.
No, bruv. Yeah, man loves Batman, but the issue's not Batman. The issue is they don't know how to do everyone else, bruv. If they was doing everyone else fine, no one would be complaining that there's too much Batman, fam.
The spotlight wouldn't be on Batman.
Bruv, that's the issue, fam. It's not Batman. They're like, do you know what I'm saying? Like Matt Donald's like Batman's like McDonald's, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? It's everywhere you go. Wherever country you're in, you can get some. The issue is the other fast food restaurants that you can go to. Is there a Burger King? Is there a Wonder Woman? Is there a Superman? Get me? If they're not doing it right, you're just going to stick with what you know, fam. McDonald's, Batman, Gotham City. Get me? So blame them.
I don't believe in that.
Blame Ryan Reynolds for Green Lantern. No, I'm just kidding. Like, man loves you, Ryan Reynolds.
But what's next? What's next in line? What's next in line?
So yeah, we had the little photo. First look at Shazam.
Woo!
I really don't know about this. Like, it looks like they got the costume correct. Like,
you know what?
He's got silk sheets on his back though.
You know what? Let me pick up a question from someone asked us a question in there.
I think it was Nigel.
Nigel Footy, right? Did he send one or two?
He said one statement and then he followed up with
He followed up. All right. So, at the time, nerds, to add to the Shazam comment, please read the movie web article about the studio using muscle padding in the costume. I cannot believe this. Thoughts. And also the one before that is, hey guys, my question is there a picture of Zachary Levi in the Shazam costume? It's not the best angle anyway. Thoughts. So he's asking us about our thoughts on the costume, and is read on the article that they're using padding in the costume.
I said this ages ago on my Twitter, yeah. I was like, we're always seeing these DC guys in the gym, but we never see them with a script. So now man turns up in the costume with padding. What the fudge is going on?
Listen, man. Like, firstly, I don't want to be the guy coming to the defense of this stuff, yeah. But I'm gonna be.
Go on.
Like, but Sam's issue with always seeing a DC man in the gym. Look, we see all the Marvel man in the gym as well, fam.
I haven't actually.
Bruv.
Apart from what's his face, Captain America.
Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth. These men put out all their workout programs.
All three Chris's.
Anthony Mackie as well, bro.
Bruv, all of them do, fam.
I don't see them like. And then even the main guy, Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. wears a suit. He doesn't have to be in shape.
You
know what I'm saying?
Plus, that wouldn't go with his image.
Nah,
man's a business.
I'm gonna come to DC's defense on the whole workout thing, fam, because I've never seen them other man with a script either, fam.
But I've seen, we will call it, Doctor Strange with her book in his hand. I've seen Larson.
But we've seen Jason Momoa with Aquaman comic books.
I haven't.
I don't know what you're on right now.
I just see man always. I see pictures of them. In fact, there was always memes as well where they said, "Oh, Aquaman, gymming, Wonder Woman, gymming, Batman. He was eating a burger." That was a running joke. I never see this man with scripts.
Listen, listen. With that, it's easy. It's easy for me to pick and choose what image I want to put in a meme. You know what I'm saying? But in regards to that, I'm not, I made a comment in our Facebook group, I put I think a thumbs down, and I said, is it Christmas? Well, the background, it's got some sort of Christmas, it seems like they're in a shopping centre or something.
Christmas trees and that.
Christmas trees and all, and then the costume just looks like something. I'm pretty sure if I'd go to Comic-Con, I'd find someone with a better costume than that.
See, look. See, this is why I want to come in, yeah? Firstly, the person who took this picture, yeah, no offense, but you're a scumbag. Yeah, like, if you're an extra, if you're someone working on this movie, don't do stuff like this, fam. I personally hate, like, you're in a position of power. You're in a position of trust, yeah?
Absolutely.
Like, this is not how DC wanted the first look of Shazam to be. Do you know what I'm saying, fam? Now, obviously, I hear what you're saying. It does look like a bit of a cosplay outfit.
Yep.
But at the same time, fam, visual effects, all this, bruv, filters, like, think of all the things, like, bruv, you do art, fam, and design. You know how you can take one dusty old picture and make this thing look like the nicest thing ever, fam. So, I'm coming to the defense, bruv. This is taken on someone's iPhone 4, like, do you know what I'm saying? With bad lighting, bruv. And it's some dead angle as well, like. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I'm saying?
Cool, that's
like,
cool.
You man allow that, fam. The padding.
Cool. And wait, let me finish, and then we can jump on the padding situation. And I did say, I'm at least happy that he's got the hoodie. So this is based on the new 52 Shazam, which is one of the things I look forward to, because that's actually one of my favorite Shazam's run-ups. So that was just my statement. I didn't slay or anything. I just said, yo, is this Christmas time? Even though I do know the new 52 is around Christmas, but it's not about Christmas. It's just December. Yeah, it's just December. Snowy and everything. So that's that, and I can understand that. But I was just being me.
So what was the next?
The padding.
So what do you think about the padding, Sam?
Man was in the gym. Why are they padding in his suit?
Was he in the gym?
Yeah, I literally saw a picture. Like they said, Levy has started his workout. So I was like, all right, cool. Man's gonna put on the weight like Ben Affleck did, Momoa did, Cavill did, Godot did.
Well,
and
see,
it's like either they haven't given him enough time to start putting on the pounds.
We don't know the situation.
Or he's got padding now and he's still in the gym, and obviously this is
and then as he grows.
So, but it's a bit weird. Like man's got padding now though. Isn't it?
See, when I heard that comment, I thought two things. What you just said. While he's still working out, getting bigger, obviously you can't wait around to shoot. You have to, stay within the time frame. And the next thing is, how big is Shazam going to be? Now, Shazam and Black Adam are beasts. They are beasts. They're not Batman. Also, they are actually bigger than them. They are huge. And this is a new 52 Shazam. They are huge, like massive. You know what I mean? So that to me, obviously, and like Joe said, when you add the special effects or something, it might, polish everything up. But they are quite big.
There's no one who can get, except for The Rock, who's actually supposed to be Black Adam, No one can get to the size these superheroes needs to be, especially Shazam. Shazam might be the most, I don't even know what the word.
Brolic.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Black Adam, I think is.
Yeah,
I think Black Adam is the
Black Adam and Shazam, but that's what I'm saying. They're the biggest of the superheroes. If I'm a director, I'm not trying to tell Zach Levy to get that big, fam. There's no way, fam, because man can't. You can't get unbig. Like, do you know what I'm saying? You can't just lose that after, fam. Yeah. They should be using padding in his outfit, fam, because he should be more focused on his acting and that kind of stuff.
If I'm to pick, I'm gonna pick the acting too.
Yeah, bruv, because to be honest, even if it's padding, think about all the superhero outfits. I think Captain America's first costume had padding on it. Not cosplay padding, but it had padding, fam. It's either with the superheroes, it's either padding or it's skin tight. You get me? Yeah. And if they've gone padding this way, that's calm. That's fine. The thing is, it just annoys me that this is all coming out off this picture.
Off one picture.
Because
it's
DC.
That's why. It's not because it's just DC. It's the world we're living in. Everyone is the first person that has the first thing that kind of matters. It's not the content. It's not the truth. If I'm the first person to have that article out, to have that picture out, that's what matters. And that's the world we live in.
Yeah, man. It's dead anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? I got high hopes for this movie because they say it's gonna be Big. Big is one of my favourite childhood movies, you know what I'm saying? The kid who gets an adult body, Tom Hanks is in it. I love that movie, fam. And if they can make this similar to that, but do the superhero parts of it right, get the story right, you know what I'm saying? And have a decent kind of story, fam. I feel like this could be very good, fam. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's still being made by DC, innit? So that's the big asterisk on the table.
That's the reality we have to deal with, man, and we just have to live with it. And when the movie comes out, we all go watch it, and then we just review about it.
I think this drops in Christmas time as well.
Really?
So I actually think that might be part of it.
In what year?
19.
Yeah, I think it might drop around Christmas time, 19, because even Aquaman's dropping around that time as well.
November,
yeah, so it makes sense for them to drop it around that time too. So
I was gonna say
it's not wrong with superhero Christmas movies. Oh. Batman Returns, Iron Man 3. Get me?
That's a few. I was gonna say I've got no expectations of any of these movies. I know Aquaman's been made with a very good director, so I'm if it's good, then that's expected. If it's not, I'm that's a shame. So same with Shazam. I don't have any ties, and it's not any of my favorites. I know of him, but anytime I go into the movie, no expectations. If it's good, I'm glad. If it's not, that's a shame. That's about it, really. So.
Oh, I want a good movie. Yeah.
I know, right?
I need a good movie. I need everything. I need Shazam on everything.
This guy.
On everything. I'm literally waiting, the day, I want to sit there. I want to have, 3 hours. And I'm going to go through that 75 years Shazam book. I just want to go, every single Shazam story. I want to like devour it, like with no interruptions. Like no one call my phone or anything like that.
I swear, like you got 1,000 favorite superheroes, fam. Like you just try to take every superhero as your
Not at all.
favorite, fam.
Not at all.
Shazam's his favorite, Aquaman's his favorite, Wonder Woman's his favorite.
No. Those are my top. I'm talking about my number one.
So
my
your number one DC character is Shazam.
Is Shazam.
Your number one.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Who's your number one DC character, Sam?
Number one DC. I'll say it's Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Hal Jordan, yeah.
Hal Jordan, yeah. Man, racist stuff.
I'm racist because
I was just kidding. It was a joke.
What, Nightwing?
It was a joke, yeah. Nightwing, for sure. Nightwing's my number one, fam. Cool. Get me? That's it.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Guys, let us know. Yeah, who's your favorite superhero? Favorite DC superhero? Your number one. Comments. Drop that thing.
Man, like Billy Batson, man. Come on.
Billy. And yeah, they didn't really announce the villain, so are we still sure The Rock is still going to be like? Because last time they said it, they kind of said he's still a producer. And they never said he's still Black Adam.
Bruv, I don't miss this see. I don't know. I mean, who? Like, here's the thing, and like, this is why I want Shazam to come out so badly, because I feel that they need to bring more into his world, like villains and everything like that. So is this an opportunity for them to bring a brand new Shazam villain? Like, so say for example, alright, they're making this movie. There is this certain villain no one knows about, right? Summer 2019 or even Jan 2019, we get a new Shazam book, run, with introducing a new villain. And then we kind of like, or we get like an interlude like we've been getting for Marvel before the thing.
See, that's my issue. Like, DC don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I think with Man of Steel, they had a little comic book run.
I think
before Batman and Superman, they had a little bit comic book run. But that's Zack Snyder. I think that's more Zack Snyder, because Zack Snyder's into that kind of stuff. Like, even his Watchmen, you've just borrowed my Blu-ray for his, like, the animated motion comic that came with it. That's all Zack Snyder, bruv, because he's a real nerd, fam. Like, I don't know if they're gonna bother doing stuff like that.
See, but this is why, to me, whenever you guys say, oh, you know, Shazam might not be that, but and I hope you guys understand now where I'm coming from now, is that's why it's so important to me to have, whether the movie does, you know, it's a great movie or not, as long as it does good in numbers, that they go and develop a Shazam world further. Because I, like me as a fan, I need more, because otherwise I'm just gonna stay stuck there just between him and Black Adam and Dr. Shiva and you know what I mean. There's not a lot there. Well, you know, if you look at Flash, you know, he's got the Rogues, he's got Gorilla Grodd, he's got, you know what I mean, the Reverse Flash, he's got so many, like, and he needs that in his world. He needs a lot more challenges that pushes him not just as a superhero, but like as a character. So character development, that's all I want from him.
I was going to ask, what's the wizard? Where does he get the powers from? Is it
it's
not Greek mythology. What kind of mythology is it? Is it mythology at all, or is it just made up?
No,
I remember the gods' names, but
it's the power of, oh my days. It's the strength of Solomon. Speed of,
is that Mercury or something?
Something like that, because it's the M. Oh my dad, I should know this by heart, man. Strength of Hercules.
Man's nerd card is getting revoked right now.
Getting revoked, right? Let me go and get the book right now, man.
It's mad. Anyway, like, what I wanted to say. One thing I wanted to say is, like, I feel like Ravens in a lose-lose. You're in a lose-lose scenario situation right now, because if Shazam does bad, like, it's done. You get me? And if it does good, I think the only way it can do good if they try and make it like a very family-friendly movie, like they're trying to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to get the kids to go watch them. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm fine with that. Because if you get the kids behind it, think about it. Okay, let me give you an example. Batman with Freeze, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin.
Like pure merchandise. You know what I'm saying?
Please,
Like,
stop.
Stop.
Please stop. Please stop. Batman and Robin. Yes, there was bare merchandise. You know that also
movie
did.
was pure merchandise.
That deaded Batman for like 7 years, fam.
Bro, that was pure. No, but if you get kids behind it, like
the thing, what I'm trying to say is like they're gonna make like remember the main character of this movie is a child.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like they could try and like market this like a Spy Kids, but a superhero.
You better stop as well because
fam, I'm just saying,
so
bro.
Spy Kids was the first one was banging, bro.
So you like a Shazam movie like that, yeah?
No, because it's a completely different movie. But Spy Kids, the first one,
yeah, but I'm saying
bang,
like,
bro.
but you say like I'm saying like advertised like that, where like the main characters are kids and that, and it's aimed at kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that might be the way. I don't know, fam. I don't know.
So it's wisdom of Solomon, strength of Hercules, stamina of Atlas, power of Zeus, courage of Achilles, and speed of Mercury.
Yeah, so
Shazam.
Greek gods. Yeah,
Yeah,
Greek gods.
Greek gods.
Oh. So the same thing as Wonder Woman then.
Yeah, because she's the daughter of Zeus.
Yeah, so I didn't already say that she's going to show up in Shazam. Did I say that?
No. You said because they're gods as well.
Yeah,
so
bro,
they would be able to survive the thing.
She's gonna. Bro, do you know what? Yeah, it'd be mad if like they change Shazam's origin and she. Listen, you're laughing.
No, I see what you're going with.
They change
this.
the origin and she is like part of it almost. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I swear, in the end of the movie, they just become the god of love or something. What happens? In Wonder Woman. Weren't you watching the movie?
What movie?
Where she becomes Wonder Woman.
The movie.
Like she was getting murdered.
She's getting beat, and then she turns into a full god, like the god of love or something. What happened?
When she was thinking of Steve.
Yeah. She turned into a full god, though.
That's dead, fam.
What happens at the end of that movie, yeah? If I'm wrong, guys, someone jump in the comment section. She says, only a god can kill a god, yeah? Then she ascended, innit?
Yeah.
She thought about Steve Trevor, ascended, and she turned into that. It must be the god of love, fam. I don't know. What else could it have been?
No idea, bro. No idea, bro.
And people out here trying to tell me this Wonder Woman movie's good, fam. Movie's
you know what? Someone
fam.
asked us on our.
Someone said you guys don't rate it.
Yeah, and
no.
I don't think he was prepared for
the response he got.
For the response he got. So let me see if I can find this here, man.
I say it's a popcorn flick, innit? I think it'd be in the
You think
background.
Wonder Woman's a pop? I don't even know what a popcorn flick is.
All right, so Kalisu Kangwa goes, so you guys don't rate Wonder Woman, and I was like, no, right, and he goes, raw, like, how come? And I was like, well, the movie's dead, and we stick to solid movies and not hype. In which he was like, oh, I'm glad to hear that. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, man. I don't know why people are just eating this up. Like, I guess that's just the nature of humans just following, just following the norm, like fish, if a school of fish is going one direction and he's just gonna follow. You don't know why he's following. He's just following, So that's that, man. But we're over here. We don't deal with that, man.
Only dead fish go with the flow.
That's it. So.
I don't know. I think it's mad because like people can take that going both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like we like the Lost Jedi. The internet apparently hates that movie.
But not really. But the ratings are actually quite high for that. So the people that are shouting the most.
See, but but those people. See, for example, if someone was to come to us and say, right, what are your reasons? Right, and I'll be like, let's sit down and watch this movie. Right, me against you. We would be talking. We would literally be able to break down the movie.
We got to do commentaries, fam.
Right.
We got to do movie. We got to start doing movie commentaries.
We can do that
because it's mad, bro.
We can do that. All right. Like basketball season's almost done, so we can do that. All right. But then if you sit down with us with the Lost Jedi, mate. We'll bury your head in the ground with the facts, bro.
I'm telling man right now, no one wants to sit. Like if you don't like the Lost Jedi, you don't come near me and try and watch this movie with me, fam.
Come on, man.
Because I don't know, you'll leave my yard a Sith Lord, fam.
Do you know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? I'll have the movie on.
He said he'll bury man's head up the loop.
And no, like an ostrich, fam. Yeah, like an ostrich. And what I'll have, I'll have the Sith, the Jedi Path book in my hand, and I'll be pausing the movie, and I'll be like, all right, this time, all right.
Read chapter 3, paragraph 2, line 8, please.
There you go.
Recite it out loud.
Out loud.
Where's the orchestra right now?
You'll be in primary school all over again. All right, you done with that? Press play. Bro. We can carry on.
Real life studying over here, fam.
Hey, to be a sermon in...
come on, man.
Fam, it's mad, fam. Anyway.
Reverend Raven and Jai, can we over here?
He said Reverend, you know.
Preach!
Bro,
brothers and sisters.
Jesus.
Trust. Oh,
it's time for money collection, isn't it? Like,
wow.
It's not free service, fam. We're working out here, man. But yeah, what we don't know is what's next.
This is Kanan Jarrus, Jedi Knight, and if you can hear this message, then you've found the cyber nerds. May the Force be with you.
More DC. So Kristen Wigg in talks to play Cheetah in the Wonder Woman sequel. Has anyone looked at her resume?
I'm trying to remember. Can someone go? Does someone have a
off the top of my head, I can name 3 movies: Bridesmaids, Ghostbusters.
That was so funny though, Bridesmaid.
It was.
That was hilarious,
and
bro. That's like a chick flick.
Yeah.
But that movie's hilarious. You watch it, Joe?
Yeah, I've seen Bridesmaid.
Yo, you see that bit when she's taking a dump? Yo, bro, I was dying, bro. I was dying. Yo, that movie's hilarious. But yeah, go on.
I've got a couple more. Look, I'll run through it. She's in Mother. That movie's garbage.
Is she?
Oh, that's why you want us to watch.
No. I want you guys... Listen, I'm putting this challenge out here to everyone, yeah? Please go and watch Mother. Now, I hate this movie. I think it's trash, yeah? But I know it's one of those movies that some people will love intensely as much as I hate it. I just want you to go watch it and then come and talk to me about it. That's it. Like, if you're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, just message me, at me, whatever, or at the Cyber Nerds, and let's talk about Mother, yeah? Because, like, this movie's an abomination, fam. But I just need everyone to watch it.
Why would you want me? Why would you want me to?
Because
suffer? Because you suffered. I have to suffer. Is that what you're saying?
No, because it's not a bad movie like Green Lantern. It's not a bad movie like that where we'll both just be like, oh yeah, this movie's terrible. It's a movie where like someone else, like Raven, there might be things in the movie that connect with you that you love, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? I can see how divisive the movie is, and I just ended up on the side of I hate this shit. Pardon my language. Do you get what I'm saying? But
bro, you've been cursing quite a lot in the shows, fam.
We're talking about DC. We're talking about Mother. These things they get me emotional, you know.
Wow.
So yeah, there's that. Alright, other movies she's been in, like, let me just run through this. She was in Despicable Me 3, Sausage Party, Ghostbusters, Zoolander 2. She's in The Martian, Nasty Baby. Bro, she's in bare movies, like The Skeleton Twins. She does do dramatic roles, but she is a very good comedian. She's also on SNL, Saturday Night Live. Yeah, like, she's a good comedian.
Very good, a very good one.
So, like, my views on this whole thing is, I don't know. Now, it's easy for man to jump on the side of she doesn't look like Cheetah, how I would envision Cheetah, blah blah blah, this and that. But we don't know what interpretation of the character they're gonna go for.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Yeah.
We don't know how much of it's gonna be CG. We don't even know if the like overly athletic parts that she might actually be able to do. Do you know what I'm saying? My only concern is that she's so good at comedy that they might be trying to bring that kind of comedic vibe into that character. And that character, from what I know, is not funny at all. Do you know what I'm saying? She might have been funny before she became Cheetah, but Cheetah's not a joke.
Like it's hard for me to digest this, because obviously reading Wonder Woman, the Cheetah I come across, and again it's like, because I watched her movies, it's like, man, like look at that, it's like two completely different worlds. But maybe, if she's such a great actress, she might have that under her belt. maybe she just hasn't had, you know, the opportunity to bring that side of her acting up. Now, I'm always up for someone to show the world, look, I'm also diverse. It's not just what you want. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, there's a lot of actors and actresses that kind of just put in that bracket, and a lot of them sometimes, unfortunately, they live the rest of their careers just in that bracket. You know, I'm trying to remember what's the guy that played Moonlight? What's his name? Moonlight, the actor, and or even the guy that played Omar, right?
Michael K. Williams.
Right, Michael K. Williams.
Omar.
Right, and in The Wire, and you know, he made a video where he's like, yo, like, I'm not just this type of character. You know, I can play different types of characters, but because sometimes the industry just keeps them in this little bracket, they're not allowed to move on playing different roles. So if that's the case, that she can play that, by all means, you know, like, I support that. Just now, right now, seeing from what you've given us, from what you've put, your energy that you've put into the world, it's more like funny. And Cheetah is very, very savage. Like, she's just a complete, like, again, she's an animal, you know. And but Dr. Minerva, but this is where Barbara Ann Minerva, which is the doctor before she becomes Cheetah, right? She befriends with Wonder Woman, Princess Diana, and maybe this is what we get first. So maybe because she tends to go on discoveries, right? Kind of like I can't remember exactly what she does. Is it fossils or something that she does? All right.
She's like an archaeologist.
Yes, that's it. That's what I'm trying to get at. And this is how she comes across that power, the Cheetah power, right? And maybe we get that first. Maybe she's helping Diana discover something, and by the end of the movie or halfway through it, then she becomes that. And then, you know, maybe throw in a CGI or something. But then another thing I would say to that is, I don't really see her as athletic, you know, to kind of like make those moves, you know. So that's another thing kind of weighs me, that, you know, puts me off her playing as well. But that's me pretty much done.
Yeah, like I was saying, like, all the movies I've seen her in, never really been too serious, and the roles that she has been serious in, I've never really seen them. So, like, she tends to go for comedic roles. I'm guessing, like you said, you have a typecasted, or you're doing that on purpose. Then, so for her to go into a role like this, that has to be like a serious character, like you're saying, she is kind of savage. Like, I just don't understand, kind of thing. But like, they were gonna pick Emma Stone first, which is also for me quite a confusing casting. Like, Emma Stone, I believe she's quite small compared to Gal Gadot. Again, she's kind of small framed, not really athletic, but she does do serious roles and can pull off quick wimmy kind of lines. So I'm like, where are they trying to go with this kind of thing? Because you've gone for Emma Stone, she dropped it, she didn't want to do it anymore. Then you've gone with Kristen Wigg. It's like, I don't see how you're envisioning your Cheetah compared to how Cheetah is in the comics.
See, but like, to me, Emma Stone, right? She has more of that Cheetah look. Like, she has more of that look. You know, I don't know. Maybe is color of her hair or something, but she also does, her cheekbones really stands out. Like, so her frame, like at least her facial frame, to me goes into it. So I would lean more towards Emma Stone than the other option.
I don't know, like, I feel like Emma Stone's a good... Bro, to be honest, it's like, it's hard to just pick because you just don't know what they're going for. Like, they might be going for a 50-year-old archaeologist at the end of her career who's never found anything and then stumbles onto this, and this thing de-ages.
And then she rejuvenates.
Yeah, like, we don't know if they're going to use two different characters. Like, imagine if it's Kristen Wigg and a younger actress. Like, she finds it makes her younger. And even... Cheetah is like she has cheetah fur on her, like she's actually like an animal. And if they go that route, like she might be wearing a costume
I'm pretty sure
the
she
whole
has
movie,
to.
or CGI
She
the
has
whole
to.
movie.
She has to.
And if they're gonna do CGI, then it really doesn't matter how athletic she is or what she looks like. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna throw a stunt double in there anyway.
True.
Get me? So like, I don't know. I feel like it really depends on what's going on in the script.
There's lots of possibilities. Absolutely. Anyone else? So who? Do you guys have anyone in mind that you think would like? Okay, maybe.
Bro, Emily Blunt can do everything, man. I cast Emily Blunt in every role, man. Male roles, female roles, and everything else, fam. She can do it all, fam.
But if Emily Blunt was casted as a cheetah, she would destroy Gal Gadot, and then there would be no more Wonder Woman. So
yeah, that's the thing.
shame.
That's why I wouldn't want Emily Blunt to do it, because she'd have to win. Because if I saw Gal Gadot beat Emily Blunt at anything, like in life, I don't know what I'd do to myself, bro. It's mad.
Alright, cool.
It's mad. Emily Blunt for president, fam.
Hey.
Was it the IMB word?
Bro.
That movie was everything as well. I think they're making a number 2 of that, aren't they?
Yeah, so they said they're making like a prequel
of what?
What's
Live,
it?
Die, Repeat.
Yeah, Live, Die, Repeat. What's it actually called? Edge of Tomorrow. There you go. I love that movie.
That movie's banged, you know. I can't believe I did not watch that movie for like...
You didn't watch it in cinema?
No, I never watched it in cinema, you know.
Yeah, you're tripping, fam.
Remember when I was telling you about it, you was cussing me, man. You was cussing me out. It's like, what? You didn't... What are you talking about, man? I'm pretty sure you watched this movie. I was like,
we must have watched it together. That's one of the best movies of that year, fam.
I never watched
that. That was a sneaky hit, fam. Do you know what? Yeah,
bang,
that's one of the movies that just got like suffered from bad marketing, fam. They marketed that movie so dead, fam. I was so happy when I come out the cinema after watching that, fam. I love movies
bangs,
like that.
Yeah.
Real life sci-fi, fam.
And it's off a manga as well.
Yes, yeah.
Is there?
It's off a manga already.
Called Live, Die, Repeat, fam.
Alright.
Completely different though.
It's completely different.
Completely, they changed
well,
it.
Anime is anime.
That's what I mean.
Manga, bro.
Like America, they don't respect that, do they?
Nah.
Exactly.
Nah.
Anime. We're gonna Americanize this.
We're gonna make it a Hollywood thing, fellas. Don't be silly.
Yeah, we love Americans, fam.
We do
love it, fam. Man's out here killing Americans.
Fam.
Shout out to man.
Bro, they stay killing us on the comments too. Talking about we don't sound British.
Bro, do you know what? Yeah, fam. Someone came and said. The guy, I can't even remember what he called me, but he said something. He said, I'm lost on his accent. I'm like, fam, how do you expect me to sound? Like, man's English, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, this man's supposed to speak like this. Do you want a spot of tea, mate? Like, fam, like, man don't talk like that, yeah?
It's mad. Alright. Are we done with this? Are we rolling over?
We got more topics, fam.
There's more topics. Yeah,
we're done to Marvel now. We're done with the DC.
We're done with DC. Now we're into Marvel.
We're into Marvel. So
Here comes the Marvel boys.
Silver Surfer. He's resurfaced. So it says Brian K. Vaughan is writing a Silver Surfer script for Fox. Reportedly, Fox will continue developing Marvel movies until Disney still finalizes. So, Silver Surfer, like, isn't he a boring character?
Listen.
Every time I've read any of his stories, I turn off.
To be honest, yeah, Silver Surfer's one of those like ultra sci-fi characters, fam. Like, not that there's anything wrong with that, because man likes mad sci-fi, but me personally, I think Silver Surfer's dead, innit? Like, bruv, you're some guy on a galactic skateboard, fam, and you're just a slave to Galactus, fam. Like, I think listen, I don't know too much about Silver Surfer, so all you man jump in the comment section below and roast me, that's fine. But like, man's basically a slave to Galactus and he goes out and he seeks world for Galactus to eat. Where's the movie?
Yeah.
That's my question. Where's the movie? Like, what happens in the movie? Get me? Unless they're trying to tie it into Dark Phoenix, because obviously in Dark Phoenix these lot are going to go into space. So unless they're tying it into this and all that, bro, I don't see where this has come from. And I think there's so much other stuff Fox could be focusing on. What I do think this is just, we've got to keep running our business for another year. Announce something. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I think's happening.
But this is exactly what I was talking about before. Like, you don't want to get to that point where you just are forced to put out a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it's dead. Don't get me wrong. I understand it's a business you got to keep running, but then your content value's gonna go down, and that's dead.
I don't know. At the same time, like you look at the Fox movies, they've been alright. Like they're not actually been right, apart from Fantastic Fours or whatever.
Okay, nah. Let me throw. Okay, I want to rebuttal what you're saying.
Okay.
Tell me the last good Fox space movie.
Have they ever made this?
Exactly. This is my point.
Well, that's what my point is. They made good movies though. So even if they go to space, even if they go to
their movies are about balance, fam. If the good ones and the bad ones, we got to be about balance, fam. We got to be about balance. So you think there's more good Fox X-Men movies than bad ones?
Yeah.
All right. So can we do this real quick?
I mean, I got all the movies right here.
All right, cool. All right. So what have you got?
Well, good Fox movies.
You're gonna say you say the good Fox movies. I'll say the bad ones.
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past. All right. So
Wolverine. I'm counting.
Wolverine Origins.
First Class.
X-Men 3.
X-Men.
And where are we on Apocalypse?
You said that's bad.
Wait, no. Apocalypse is going in this column because it's worse than those. It's not. So wait, do you want Apocalypse?
I'm not saying I'm getting Apocalypse.
You hate Apocalypse. You hate Apocalypse. That's why I'm putting it on this list.
But if it's generally a good movie,
yeah, it's alright.
How's it on the list then?
But I just feel like it's not as good as those. Like I'm not putting in the same category as X2 and Logan.
Wait, is that a good movie though?
It's alright. Why do you want it?
Alright, it's better than X-Men 3.
Alright, bruv, everything's better than X-Men 3.
Okay, so we do it by ratings that's like on Metacritic or something.
Bruv, we can. Alright, go on. Let's do it anyway. Do you know what? We might have to leave this for another show because this is gonna get out of hand. It's gonna get out of hand.
So we just generally say which ones? I'll say there's more good X-Men movies than there are bad ones. What would you guys say then?
I'm trying to think now.
Hold on.
Bruv, see, look, this is getting out of hand already.
This is where we gotta do this properly, right? So that's that.
How many
Hold
is there?
on to
6?
that.
Is that 6?
Where you got Logan?
For the record, Joe's holding the
There you
X-Men. Is it anthology?
The anthology.
Is that everything? Or did I miss any?
Yeah.
Is that everything?
This is everything.
That's everything. That includes the Wolverine.
Oh, the originals as well.
The original. Yeah, you got everything in there.
So I got 4 movies. You got 3.
I've got 3.
4.
You got
and is Apocalypse on that as well?
I've got Apocalypse here.
You got Apocalypse here?
That's 5.
Alright, 5.
Now, hold on. So the first X-Men is here.
Good.
You think X-Men Good 2 is good?
Yes.
You guys count this as good?
Yes.
I think X2 is better than the first one. Yeah, yes.
You guys count this one as good?
That's good.
Why, you don't like it?
Really?
To me,
Bro, that movie is good. Especially for the time it came out in.
Don't get to be honest with you, I've watched this movie quite a few times. To me, I'm gonna throw all of these here.
Ooh,
are you serious?
Yeah. So wait. Let me put the audible. Raven in the bad pile has put the original X-Men, X2.
No, I'm gonna take this.
He's taken X-Men Apocalypse out.
Taking Apocalypse out.
X-Men Origins Wolverine and X-Men The Last Stand. So the whole original X-Men trilogy.
I've X'd them. And I own them.
Bro.
I always felt some type of way about it. And you guys cannot, you don't know how happy I was once they came out with the First Class. Once they came out with the First Class, this was everything to me. This was like, yes, it's been saved. Lord Jesus has come down to earth and saved the X-Men. This is what he did. Right?
We've just got so out of control right now.
That's what I'm at, bro.
I'm actually upset you've got this mad collection, you know. I'm about to
now he's got I've had this collection since 2008, bro.
I need these, you know.
I was about to say, when was the first one made? 1990 or was it
1999. Or 2000. I always get that wrong. It's 2000.
Crazy.
I don't know, but I always felt some type of way about those, man.
It's actually mad.
And,
Alright.
Yeah, that's me, man. That's where I'm at.
Fam, we need to move on, man.
Definitely need to move on. So, where was we at? We were saying, yeah, so... what were your general thoughts on the, Silver Surfer movie? Like,
You know what? Yeah, like I cannot comment on something I don't have much knowledge about. One, Silver Surfer's. I mean, I've picked up a comic or two. Yeah, sure. I've seen him in Fantastic Four movie. Sure. The animated when I was a kid. Sure. But do I know much about this guy? No. Apart from, he's from MySpace but I don't see his story being much. Like, I don't see it. It doesn't do much for me. Now, if someone wants to jump in the comment section below and educate me, by all means do so. I always like to learn more about characters, especially when, you can't read every single comic book. I wish I could if I could do this Cyber Nerd 24/7. But I don't have much general knowledge about Silver Surfer, so I cannot comment.
I'm actually for this whole thing. Excuse me.
But I do feel that there's a lot more stuff that we could do with Marvel, within the X-Men or.
Nah, I did have an idea, but I almost lost it because we got into a Fox war. But you greenlight the fantastic. What's this thing called? Silver Surfer. You greenlight it. You start working on it now. Disney takes over Fox, and you introduce Silver Surfer straight into the Guardians of the Galaxy as the next villain. Boom. You do that, I'm on board.
See,
but you bring him in straight as a villain.
But is he? But from what I can remember, he's. Yes, I've seen him being in the bad side, but I've also seen him in the good side.
Yeah,
he's technically a good guy.
He's a good guy who's under Galactus's control, innit? So he's like a Winter Soldier, innit? But he's like a space Winter Soldier.
I see. All right.
That's the thing though, he's boring like Superman because he's nigh indestructible. Like, man's on a cosmic surfboard. You cannot be barely
You
destroyed.
just got to trip him over though.
He's got to come off it, isn't
That's
it?
it.
He's got to come off it.
No, apart from that, man's got no kryptonite, innit?
That's
That's what makes people boring. If you're indestructible, you're flying through space, you find a planet, no one can kill you. There's a problem already. So unless he's end thing is to find his home planet, and it's that's what he done to my people. He goes up against Galactus. I don't really say be much.
Do you really even want to see Galactus in the movie?
No, we saw Galactus in the movie.
What, the Cloud?
The Cloud. It was garbage, fam.
Yeah, well,
just leave Galactus and them man alone, fam.
Man's just walking around in space, isn't it?
My team.
Let's move on, fam. Let's never talk about the Silver Surfer again.
Oh wow.
So let's talk about something really, really nice. Close to the X-Men.
Ooh.
Possibly better than the X-Men.
Oh Lord of mercy.
I guess with Joe's face, I think.
Jesus.
Oh, I forgot what you was talking about.
X-Force.
X-Force. Yo.
X-Force.
Yo, come on.
X-Force.
More characters of mine that Raven's gonna steal and try.
So in this picture, I know obviously it's not the official picture, but in this picture they've got Deadpool, Cable, Domino, Bishop, Psylocke, and Archangel. That already.
But what character would I steal from there, really?
Did you steal from me there?
Or more characters for me to steal off you?
Man stole Cable, fam.
Lord have mercy.
Man stole Cable, fam.
Jesus.
There's gonna be copyright claims
Man
already over.
stole Cable, fam.
All right, Joe.
And of all the characters man stole from me,
you know what? Yeah.
This is the one that hurts me the most, fam. Because I just let it go. Every time man gets gassed about Cable, I'm like, why did I put this dude on Cable, fam?
You know what? Look,
man, put this guy. I put so many things in this guy's hands for the first time, fam. And the man will just come and act like he just found it on his own, fam. It's mad, bro.
This just sounds like Fox and Disney and all over, you know.
He's been throwing that for so long, yeah. This summer, I'm going to Lisbon, right? And I'm hoping to find my box of comics because, fam.
Man's been telling me this story about this box of comics for 20 years, fam.
Look, look, blasphemy, yeah. Bruv, please believe, if I'm getting them comics here, yeah, bruv, you're getting slapped up with that Cable comic, fam.
Bruv.
96, bruv. You're getting slapped up with that tin, yeah?
Bruv. Man's been on Cable from birth.
Bruv, that's fine. That's fine. You've been on Cable, but you cannot claim on something that I grew up reading. Like,
when I first met man didn't know nothing about no Cable, fam.
Ah, Jesus. The first 10 years, man, all man would do is just play ball, bruv.
Bruv, it's cool, isn't it? It's cool.
All right.
It's cool, fam. It's cool.
And then,
Marvel, are we alright? Are we done?
This guy, bruv. Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, but very exciting. That's very exciting, bruv. That's X-Force, man.
Yeah, man. Filming begins in October, so are we expecting 2019?
No, 2020.
If it's October,
if he starts to shoot,
yeah,
in this October.
Yeah, so that's like a year.
Yeah, no, I'd say let the movie come out in 2020.
2020, you think so?
I think 2020 as well.
2020, yeah.
Because I mean, if they start in October, maybe, you know what I'm saying, holiday periods, you finish in like January, fam, you do all that stuff, comes out the same time Deadpool's coming out this year. Do you know what I'm saying? So maybe.
Then you also need time to market it as well.
You get me? But the thing is, listen, I'm scared about this movie the same way I'm scared about Deadpool 2 because, bruv, this Cable is a serious business, fam. Like, fam, don't mess up this dude.
The whole X-Force, fam.
Yeah, the whole X-Force. No,
you guys know, right?
The whole X-Force, but I feel like if they get Deadpool and Cable right, I know they'll get X-Force right. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just that, because that's the dynamic that sells everything. In the X-Force, Cable keeps Deadpool in check because them man work together. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So I would be cool. I would be calm to see. Now, one question. Is Olivia Munn playing Sayo?
She better be.
You say yes?
Yeah.
After all the heat she got in the movie for having no lines and doing nothing.
That's not her fault.
I love Olivia Munn.
Exactly.
I love her.
Like, I say she fit her well.
In what?
Apocalypse,
yeah.
If she had no lines, who saw is that, fam?
Anna would eat off her stomach, fam.
Okay.
It's mad, bruv.
Wow.
Was that too much? Wow. Fam, she is peg, fam.
Wow. This is what we're saying on the podcast, fam.
Man didn't even say one.
Eating off.
I was talking about actors being fitting for the part, man. Because I remember them doing a little thing on social media. It's like she's doing like the whole Sauce thing and stuff, and then Ryan Reynolds comes with like a balloon or something.
Yeah,
it's over their head or something. It's like,
but you know what? Yeah, you know what? Like I don't. It's a Jesus Christ. Come on, fam, behave yourself.
For the record,
hey. Look, it's gonna be a different movie with a different team. So I can only guess, like, okay, because you know, like, if you bring this character in, right? Like, if you bring this, if you bring her into a meeting, right? We want you for this movie. Then this is just to introduce you, right? You may not have a big role, but your big break is on X-Force. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be what was on the table. You know what I'm saying?
She kind of ran away in Apocalypse, isn't it? So I'm guessing this will be the next time we see her. So,
right. So like and this is where you get a bigger
part,
a bigger role.
Yeah.
You definitely get a bigger role for her. Sure. But yeah, man. Look.
Who's playing Bishop?
Is it that guy? Where is he?
So do you think they get the guy from Days of Future Past?
I think they'll get everyone who has put in their part before.
Let me see the characters. Again. So you think they're bringing that kid back to play Angel as well?
Didn't he die in Apocalypse though?
No.
He flew away.
Did he fly?
Yeah, he didn't die.
He flew. In fact, do you know what? Yeah.
In the plane thing, he crashed.
I don't remember then. But it does. It's funny to me that they do have a team of everyone who has been in an X-Men movie already.
So
because everyone of that has already been cast. So you do have all of them actors. Maybe you still got the Archangel, Swire, and Bishop under contract for another movie. But Days of Future Past was a long time ago. Do you know what I'm saying? To still have that dude under contract, I think they're gonna recast him.
I mean, you can recast the guy. I mean, that doesn't necessarily have to have him under contract. You're like, yo, we want to bring you back or anything like that. But
so for me, like personally, he didn't do too much because he actually didn't do too much.
But that's because, but you know
if
what?
they bring him back, I want to see what he actually can do because would give him a chance.
He didn't do much, but the role was well fulfilled for the part that was played. So I don't have a problem with that.
Exactly,
you played your part perfectly. That's what you were supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the movie wasn't about you per se. You was just part of a conflict in the future, and part of the mission was hold the line while Logan goes back in time. That is it. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
They give him a chance. That's alright.
Give him a chance. Bring him back. And again,
it's a shame.
Do we have a reason to complain about DC's casting? I said DC.
We're gonna start backdating.
Wow, I said DC. You know, mad thing. Marvel.
Marvel's cast. Yeah.
No, so I'm cool with it until you give me a reason. Until you know you've made a mistake over and over again. I'm gonna keep saying yes. Like I'm gonna keep being on your corner.
So there's not one person that has been in the X-Men movie you've not had a problem with.
Oh, X-Men only with Fox. Halle Berry playing Storm. That's.
What are you talking about? What about Vinnie Jones playing Juggernaut?
My
X-Men don't count, man.
Yes, that does count.
Because that's a complete write-off anyway.
Get him out of there,
fam. What was his line? What was his line again?
I'm the Juggernaut.
Bitch.
Nah,
fam.
That was so dead.
That was terrible, fam.
That was the worst.
I have heard they might even be making a Kitty Pryde movie as well, bringing back the Juno actress.
Yeah, Ellen Page.
That's Ellen Page. He doesn't age at all, does she?
Fam, she's
like 40.
She's like Benjamin Button, fam.
She's just going
reversing backwards, fam.
Yeah, so it might be a Kitty Pryde. That's what I mean. Like they are constantly getting the ball rolling. Like I guess into Marvel. So,
I could definitely see it playing Kitty Pryde for sure, bro.
Yeah, I need to stop looking at Olivia Munn though. Jesus. But is that what are we?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I'm excited.
Deadpool's not even out yet.
Do you even know who X-Force are?
Oh my lord! I was gonna say this as well. Yeah, you're worried about X-Force being a bit not too synergy because of Deadpool and he's
that movie needs to be an X-rated, like an 18 all the way, fam.
And you guys have obviously seen Wolverine versus Hulk, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's got Weapon 10 in it. Did that movie or that animation not work?
Man, that's an animation, bro.
I know it's animation,
but we can't be just comparing animations to these live actions, fam.
But I think it's going to work because obviously Deadpool in that is not serious. But when it comes to being serious, man does the thing in it.
He just, bruv, he's just serious, but that's just his character.
I want to know if this is really an X-Force movie or is it Deadpool 3, fam? Because they could easily slide that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even the way it's coming out, like it's going to come out 2 years after Deadpool 2. To me, that sounds like Deadpool 3. Do you get what I'm saying? But they just mask it as Cable. Because,
you know what?
Look, you had the original Deadpool movie, just Deadpool. Then you have the next movie, Deadpool and Cable. Then you have the next movie, the Justice League. X-Force. X-Force.
You know what?
Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Justice League. See what I did there? You see what I did there? But you see what Fox did there? This is how you really do it.
But you know what? I would actually be happy with that. Simply because...
That's a banging box set.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because remember when we were supposed to get Deadpool, the first Deadpool, and my concern was like, are you going to get this right? Because Deadpool is not really a character to be, like, the spotlights to be on him. He always has to be with someone else. You know what I'm saying? Now they pulled the first movie perfectly. Like, spot on. Like, detail for detail, Deadpool. But then, it can be a bit more challenging now bringing the second movie to keep, you know what I'm saying, like the same quality of movie. What do you do? Bring Cable. You know what I'm saying? And Cable can bring, strings attached to other characters. Now, after that, okay, now we need more characters to surround Deadpool. Bring the X-Force and close the box set. If that's the move, well played. Well played.
I hope so. But I think they got the formula right because even in Deadpool, like you're saying, he like him being centralized and being by himself wouldn't really work. But they had an ensemble team. They had Colossus. They had the Nuke, Warhead girl,
Megasonic
Teenage Warhead.
What a tongue twister! But anyway, so they had that ensemble team.
Is it a tongue twister?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So they had that. So I think like they got a formula again where, like you're saying, Deadpool we bouncing off Cable, and we see in the trailer as well they got like a team in that helipad thing as well. So if that team goes correctly and the movie goes right, like I think they already know what's going to happen because they started filming in like it's the same thing with Deadpool where they were saying in the ending credits we're gonna do Deadpool 2 and Cable's they already knew.
Yeah, come on, look, they've got the whole script.
Yeah, they got the formula.
The script, this big.
There you go.
Split into 3. Yeah. Boom, done.
They got the formula.
We're good for the next 5 years or something.
That's
boom,
it.
done.
Deadpool.
All right.
What's next? That's everything.
Is that all?
I think that is.
All right. What comes next after that?
I think we've got some questions.
All right. Questions time. Q&As.
Yo, Josh Brolin looks like a savage as Cable.
Yo, he does, bro. He really does.
Josh Brolin might be like, well, he's like the guy, you know. Man is Thanos and Cable.
Like,
bro, how do these kids look at him in the face, bro? Yo. Like, it's mad. Like, Daddy, you're Thanos. Like, man is Thanos, bro. And Cable, fam.
That's a lot, bro. That is a lot.
Shout out to our Patreons, always getting the questions in. Question from Ging. Shout out to Ging.
Shout out to Ging, man. Stays locked into the cyber nerds, man. Stays locked into everything.
I'm still not talking to Ging.
Oh, okay. Because he called it fatty.
Yeah, said all I do is talk and eat. So.
Yeah. It's alright, Jim. I got you, fam. I got you.
It's cool. So, Ging asks, what Marvel characters that you find interesting would you guys like to see adapted into a live action movie? For me, it's Namor.
Do you know what? Yeah, I actually hate Namor because he's Marvel Aquaman. Like, so I have to hate him.
I always used to think Namor and Aquaman dead. Like, I always looked at these guys and mainly because I had the old designs, very like 60s. So it was like, who are these two guys? Like, what do you guys do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I always had that, and obviously, I didn't have much, knowledge about those two, but they just looked dead to me. You know what I'm saying? Namor with his speedo, where he was wearing with the feet. Yeah. Like, it just looked dead. But then I got proven wrong with the Aquaman. So can he be also transformed into the Aquaman that we have today? You know what I'm saying? I haven't read any of his comics. I haven't actually seen any of his comics, like, if there's anything recent. So I don't see why not the possibility of developing the same way Aquaman got done.
So sorry, what's the question again? Is it
what Marvel character would you like to see adapted into a movie?
So that don't really like include the X-Men. We're just talking about like
someone that hasn't been introduced yet.
Basically.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with a bit of a sideways one and go with the Prowler from Spider-Man. Now, the reason I'm going with the Prowler is because they already established him in Spider-Man: Homecoming as Childish Gambino's character.
Yep,
he is the character. He's the man who becomes the Prowler. So I would go with something like that. Like, it's diverse. People don't know too much about the Prowler as well, so you can kind of do what you want with it, and it's already linked to a cinematic universe. So what I would say is have him like debut in like Spider-Man: Homecoming 2. Like, Spider-Man goes back to the hood to get more info from the guy, and instead of him just being normal now, he's taking those Shatari weapons that they was trying to sell him in number 1, and he's got them and he's using them, and then next he gets his own spin-off movie or something like that. I wanted to try and go abstract.
I would, even though I think there's been some talks about it, I would also stick to the Spider-Man universe. Carnage.
Oh, okay. I was going to
say Carnage standalone movie.
Oh, standalone.
Is that what we're talking about? Standalone.
Is he talking about standalone or just being introduced into
whatever? Really, just says what would you like to see adapted into the Marvel
Carnage?
Carnage, yeah.
I would love to see Carnage do some serious damage.
The only reason I would say no to this is because Carnage needs to be in a 15 and up, like a X-rated movies, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
why? I mean, it would be a change. That I would actually be cool with that, because you know why? We always get these, bruv, sometimes get a Watchmen movie, fam. High, adult rated movie. Sometimes you need that in life.
No.
Sometimes keep the kids at home, man. Go and sit and watch it.
I'm not against it.
Movie.
I'm not against that at all. I'm just saying, like, I would, if they were gonna do Carnage, I want to see real Carnage. I want Carnage. Cletus Cassidy is a mass murderer, fam.
Absolutely.
Serial killer, fam. Home invasions, doing mad things, bro.
With his ginger hair, bro. Yeah. Mad thing, bro.
Is that why his symbiote's red? Yeah. I think it's his blood, though, isn't it?
But absolutely, man. It'll be a completely different Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
What I like to see adapted is the Ocean's movie into the Sinister Six. Not the serious Sinister Six where you got Shocker, Octopus, but the ones that we saw in the Superior Spider-Man series, where like they were kind of like joke characters, but that as Oceans.
I see.
So it's like a light-hearted heist movie basically, and I'd rather just see the funny side of villains. Like they just want to get by, steal some stuff, and the end of the movie, like Spider-Man catches them, like doesn't end well for them, kind of thing. So I think we were talking about this before, wasn't we? I was talking about it with someone.
I don't think he was talking about it with me, but I do like the premise because like man actually loves the Ocean franchise, fam, and I think don't they get caught at the end of the first movie? Someone goes to jail. Danny Ocean goes to jail. Yeah. So like that would actually be sick if you did set it up like that. I don't know about your full on comedy, but like if they really had the tone of like the Oceans. The Oceans is funny, but like it's serious as well. That's it, And then at the end, like Spider-Man's not in the movie at all.
That's it.
And all they do is joke about Spider-Man, like, oh, help this web crawler, don't come over here, and he never does until the end of the movie. They finish the big heist, and like Spider-Man standing at the door. But that's where it ends. And then the next Spider-Man, and then in Spider-Man 2, his movie, the first 2 minutes is him just webbing them up, boom, boom, boom. Had to put these idiots in jail. And then his movie continues. That would be sick. That would be sick.
That's what I'd like to see. But
yeah. You know what? Like Spider-Man has so much to give to us that they just keep giving us the same thing. Dr. Rock, what's his name?
Green Goblin.
Goblin.
Man's had what? 4 Green Goblins, fam. Man had 2 Green Goblins in the same franchise, fam, in the same trilogy, fam.
Bro, it's nuts. But the ones,
man had his dad and his son, bro. Like, bro. And in the next movie, they did the same villain, bro. Like,
come on. There's Spider-Man has a lot, man. A lot of characters to give us.
Homecoming did it right with bringing in Vulture. So it's cool. All I wanted to see in Homecoming is I want a cameo from D'Onofrio, the guy who played Kingpin in Daredevil. All I want is a cameo. I don't even want it to be him really there. I just want it to see on a newspaper, D'Onofrio gets out, or Kingpin, Wilson Fisk gets out of jail, and it's just a picture of him on a newspaper or something like that, fam.
Nice.
That's it, fam.
That's
I
nice.
love that, fam.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That would be decent.
Because I think like of any universe to tie the Netflix stuff into, you tie it into Spider-Man because he's a journalist and do you know what I'm saying? Like he deals in that area, bruv, with the news and that. So that would be sick. We've got more questions.
Yeah, man. Ging comes with the questions still.
King stays peppering man with the questions. Guys, if you're on YouTube and you're watching this, even if it's a week late or 2 weeks late, drop some questions there, innit? We'll answer them on the next podcast.
Hey, shout out to the patrons as well. Make sure you keep dropping the questions. Ging asks, what supervillain will be perfect for a solo movie? And you can't include the Joker or Thanos. I'm guessing because they have their movies coming out anyway. So
a supervillain solo.
Sam, you got any ideas? Oh, did I put man on the spot?
Yep. Absolutely. Black Adam.
Oh my god. Are we
Black
still
Adam.
here?
We're still here. We are still here. Let me see if I can think of another one though, because we are kind of like close to that. So let me think of another one.
I don't think we are close to that, fam. Look,
No, because we got the Shazam movie. That's what I'm saying.
Alright, go on.
No, but go on.
I feel like I've got a list that, firstly, man definitely thinks that it's long overdue that Magneto gets his own movie.
That's right, you guys want to
Like,
see that.
how has Magneto not got his own movie, fam? Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like just like real life Magneto, fam. Like Magneto needs a movie. You get Michael Fassbender to play him,
Jesus.
and you get Ian McKellen
Jesus.
to come back as fam.
Oh, stop it!
Nah, bruv,
Stop it!
You get both of them in the movie.
Stop it!
Ian McKellen telling the story.
Jesus.
Of
No,
him when
stop
he
it.
was Michael
Stop
Fassbender's
it.
age. And do you know what I'm saying? And him just going ham, fam. That's that's what I'd love.
You know all I can think. You was like peppering up, and I love thinking like, it's the last Magneto comic book, fam.
Bruv, see,
in Ethiopia, fam.
Fam.
That was a madness, guys. If you like Magneto, or if you want to see a different side of Magneto, by all means, pick up his last issue run. Like, it's a madness.
Not even if you like Magneto or not, fam. If you like good stories,
yeah, that's it.
Just pick up the book. It's mad. It is amazing.
Fam. You know what? Every now and again, I go online and see if I can find the whole volume.
Thing. Nah, I
need that in my life.
I got another one.
Wait, can I go?
No, because you're gonna have something. Have you got?
Yeah, I got one.
Let me drop mine first. This is just a quick one. This is a quick one because it's already been established. Yeah. Mark Strong's Sinestro.
Oh,
Bring that dude.
Oh,
was that what you was gonna say?
No, it wasn't. But
okay.
I'm so with you on that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
you gotta bring this guy back, fam.
Uh-huh.
Now listen, all you gotta do is whenever the DCU EU reboots the first space movie, you have someone drop Sinestro and you have Mark Strong show up. That's it. You don't even talk about Hal Jordan. You bring in a different Green Lantern and then you make a joke about, yeah, we had to kill him, like, or you make a meta joke about Deadpool, like Deadpool's doing to you. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, poke the bear.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Mark Strong Sinestro, fam. That movie there's sick, fam. Explain why he put on the yellow ring at the end of the Green Lantern movie. You get me?
Yeah. So what you got?
Well, like, he's already in the Marvel universe,
Uh-huh.
but he's not really who he said he was.
Uh-huh.
So it'd be kind of good if he had his own origin story, and I say the Mandarin. Like, get Ben Kingsley, the drunken actor, to actually become the Mandarin in his own solo movie.
Oh, see, now that's where you lost me. You lost me there. See,
Well,
I was in.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
in until you said Ben Kingsley has got to play him. No
You don't think so?
way. No way, fam.
Man, like, when I saw the trailer, man spoke like him, acted like him, everything. The man's an actor, isn't it?
Fam. He is an actor, but because of what they done in Iron Man 3,
Yeah,
there's no way, man, there's no coming back from that, fam. Trevor.
Yeah.
Bruv, are you dumb? Like, man will have zero credibility for this movie, fam. The route I thought you was going to go was, you go like a movie, like you make it almost like a war movie, yeah? And it's like at the beginning, you say like based on true events, and you do like a Saddam Hussein movie, like a biopic on Saddam Hussein, but it's the Mandarin, fam. Like, and you make it mad sick and how like America's been oppressing man's country and he's a freedom fighter trying to fight for them. Oh, bro, pepper the ting, fam. You can pepper that ting sick, and then in the end, like it's about his journey to villainy. Do you know what I'm saying? And how he became the leader of the 10 Rings and that, fam. Right, but why am I not directing these movies? Why am I not writing these stories for these guys, fam? It's mad.
I think the Mandarin deserves his piece, and yeah, I think he deserves it.
I'm not even too big on the Mandarin.
Never mind. I don't even like Iron Man like that.
But I just think it would be legit, fam. But there's no way Ben Kingsley can do it, fam. He killed himself, fam. I know it's not his fault, fam. It's not his fault.
Man did the thing.
Yeah. Brother, you gonna come up with one? Look at this guy.
No, I got sucked into what you guys were saying. I was thinking of something in between in the Superman world, so maybe Superboy.
Superboy's not a villain.
No.
Yeah, no, he's more like a. He's more like a. Yeah, he's not.
Victim?
Yeah, he's more like a victim.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
But that's the thing. He could be a victim in, just. He could have that, Lex Luthor side to him.
Yeah, man. I think we was talking about that as well.
Bucky,
Winter Soldier,
So he's a
Winter
villain.
Soldier movie. Yeah, no, yeah, but we'll have him
back.
when he is a villain.
Yeah.
Like during that time where he's assassinating Kennedy and taking man out, fam. I love that stuff, bro. That'd be sick, bro.
Maybe it would be the way to let, maybe it'd be a way for me to relive the Injustice Superman in the action movie, because I love Superman when he's a bad
Oh, that's when he's at his best.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of because they'll never have Superman as
Do
a
you
baddie.
man really think so?
What?
Like when Superman evil, that's it.
He's a savage.
He's a savage, but I just
No, I love it. But you see, he's the complete opposite of the Superman that I really, really dislike. I'm not a fan of Superman at all, simply because of his ways. But the way they brought him in, listen, I was not expecting this. Like like it was because of the Injustice game came out, and you guys told me, okay, there's the book, okay. Like I think I'm like 2 years behind or something, and then, sorry, what? They ripped Joker's heart?
That's it.
Yo, I loved that guy from that moment, bro. So I guess having Superboy playing that part in the action movie, yeah, sure, why not?
You've got real life issues.
That's alright, bro.
I tell you, man likes dictators, like.
Man's got real life issues, bro.
Black Adam, Batman when he's in Batman, Superman was in Injustice. You gotta have balance and everything. Well, what's next? One more question from Twitter. Nigel stays on Twitter, fam.
Tweet.
Shout out to you, Nigel Foot. Is it Nigel Foot or Foot?
Shout
out to you, Nigel. He says, "Hey guys, love the show. My question would be, you should consider a Star Wars trivia competition since you guys are such avid fans. That would be cool."
Now,
I'll say I could be the host and you guys can go.
I answered that. I actually answered that.
Did you answer that?
Yeah, I think I retweeted. I answered, but all I said was, I think I said something between the lines. Let me hit the library.
Bam. Guys, listen. I love Star Wars with all my heart, yeah, but I am not qualified to be in any kind of Star Wars trivia. Like, I know lots of Star Wars, fam. But Matt, listen. First of all, shout out to Collider and all the man on the schmo down. Yeah,
yo, man.
Man stays on the schmo.
Stays smoking, like inhaling your substance, yo.
Man stays on the schmo down, fam. A man would not last 2 rounds, fam. You get me, like, bro.
But
nah, fam.
Nah. You know what?
It's like, fam. Man knows, like, I know answers to Star Wars, yeah, but like, I just don't think. I don't know, like, I think there are answers like Ravens. Man has. You'd have to let man go and study, man. I'd have to go into the hyperbolic time chamber for a couple of weeks, fam.
My worst thing, my weakness is remembering stuff. Like, especially when I'm put on the spot. I struggle to remember. Like, for example, when we're watching the Schmodown and the Star Wars competition, like there's a lot of stuff like it's there, but I just cannot remember. Like, there's a lot. Like, I read a lot of books, like Star Wars books, but I just sometimes I even forget. I forget like the easiest names, like just like that. I blank out. You know what I mean? So, but I would definitely have a go. Do you know why? Because I will not. I'm the type of person that unless I'm put in a certain position, I don't know how much I can go. Maybe if I'm put there, like I psych myself to be like, yo, you're in this position. You have to go in. You have to now. You can't be in that gazing mode where it's like you can afford to forget the easy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, or forget a name that you actually know. You know what I mean? So I would definitely be up for it. And please believe, if I'm put in that position, yo, you will not hear from me for at least 3 weeks, bruv. I'll be going through everything back to front. No joke.
I could take some man out, but I'm just not. Nah, it's too much, fam.
Don't get me wrong, I won't be claiming that I'm gonna be like super. Please believe I'll come with my game, bro.
I'll
come with my game.
I'm down for.
I'll come with some serious game, bro. I'll come with some serious game.
Competitions. I say we should do it.
Sam Witwer and Ken Namsok.
Yeah, that man
had an Iron Man match, fam.
That was the best. That was
50 questions straight.
That's it. Straight.
Or it was like 50 questions, or it was like 30 minutes. Straight questions, like
yeah, they had breaks in between. I think they
can had one time out.
One time out of 1 minute.
These man got like 6 questions wrong total, fam. Like it was mad, bruv. Like, bruv, man is not. But nah. Them man have got the heavyweight title for a reason, fam. You man hold them things there. I'll just stay at yard and watch Rebels, fam. I'm good.
Like, but would you? Someone like Joe, like
it depends who it is, fam. Like bruv, like man can take out bare man. I can take out bare like normal like people who like, oh yeah, I like Star Wars. I've seen all the 8 movies, blah blah. I can take them man out calmly, fam. But like,
you need more than the 8 movies. You need to be hearing the books.
Yeah, that's it.
But this, you know.
So what are you saying? Me versus Raven?
Yeah. I come with the questions.
Man don't beat Raven, fam.
Look at him.
Man don't beat Raven, fam.
Look at him, your normal dude.
I'm not, bro. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be
a normal guy, bro.
I'm not.
Levels of disrespect, you know. I'm his Sith Temple partner, bro.
That's why I know I could beat Raven because he's my Sith Temple partner, and I know that man forgets stuff all the time.
But if it came down to remembering stuff. Like, if he were to study and go down for it.
This really what man wants to do?
I say Raw 2, Master.
No, but two people is that you gotta have. I would definitely, like, don't get me wrong, if he was like, say for example, if there's like 8-10 of us, and Joe is part of that circle, and then if it comes down to me and him in the finals, by all means, but it has to be a lot more people for us to go through.
Listen, this is an open challenge. 2-on-2, fam. Me and Raven against you and whoever, fam. That's what I'm talking about. That's what man does Sith Temple together all the time, fam. Us 2 against whoever. Get me. Get yourselves together.
It's out there in the world.
It's out there,
fam.
It's out there.
Stop trying to put pit man against our fellow cyber nerd brothers, fam. I'm coming for you.
Hey, you know what? This might be a beginning of something. This might be the beginning of our training towards schmoes. Christian Harloff, if you're hearing this, we're out here training. We're ready to take over, man. New generation coming through.
Outlaw Nation, baby.
Hey, shout out like man, John Roker.
Oh, it's mad.
Madness. That is all the questions for today. Shout out to you lot for putting your questions forward. If you got any questions, guys, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. If you're Patreon, where else? Everywhere, anywhere, really.
Yep, guys, we also have a Facebook group, okay, where everyone's welcome to drop comments, to drop
articles, videos.
If you found news, come in, make new friends, okay, have little debates, small conversations. It's friendly, it's the fam, okay, and the group's called the Cyber Nerds, like everything else.
Right, I think that's it for today. So,
guys, I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
And I'm Raven, your GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech, and we'll see you on the next TCN podcast.
Peace.
Peace.